People ask me what the future is. All I know is I'll be doing this. All I know is things are moving quick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the founder of BPW and E.N.F films coming to you, and I'm gonna do a special kind of video for me. I'm gonna do a behind the scenes video. I'm gonna go through how everything in BPW worked, how all the scripting went on, how all the events went on, how all the planning, and all the characters that were involved in BPW. I won't do any of the main characters like Big T, Dark Savior, or all the other people that you see. I will leave that up to them to tell you, but I'm going to do more of the behind the scenes characters like Shadow, Doom, Blob, Frost, Crimson Death, Clown Prince, and etc. So as you know, in every wrestler's life, they have name changes here and there. They have new entrances, new attires, blah blah blah. We've had many of those. I think I've only had two. Yeah, I think I've only had two names. Paul has had two names, I believe. Tyler has only had his name. Drew has only had his name. But we have gone through many entrance songs. It's hard to pick one that you want because you listen to songs, it's like, ooh, I want that one. You listen to another song, ooh, I want that one. So we try to make it like every few months or so that we change it up. I have had quite a few, honestly. But for Wrestle Glory 4, I'm going to go back to my first ever theme song when I started BPW. What was the name of that? It's on the tip of my tongue. Get Up by Trapped. I love that song, it's great. But I was looking at some old videos on E.N.F films, and in 2015, we started BPW, me and Paul. In 2015, I was about this tall, no facial hair whatsoever, and my face was smaller. Fast forward 3 years, and this is what Outlaw looks like now. If you go to 2015, our first wrestling video, and you go to our last wrestling video, you will see the drastic changes between every single superstar. Me, Big T, Drew, Paul, probably Cody, Cameron, Stevie, Brandon. Taylor's videos were gone for personal reasons. But we have all changed in those 3 years of wrestling. Crazy. Have it be regrown with facial hair, anything like that. I remember when I started BPW, it was a mess. It was crazy. But now look, we're like all grown and shit. It's crazy to think how time flies. But yeah, so some behind the scenes with the characters. As you guys know, we don't have people to play every single character in BPW. As you may see, there might be like a random person coming out with a random theme song, and you'd be like, who is that? And like, little do you know, I have my sleeves up and you can see my tattoo, and it's like, wait, that's Outlaw, why is he playing a different character? We don't have enough people to play every character, so we will dress up as a character and we will go out there. Half the times I'm just too lazy and tired to change because I just fought a man. I don't feel like changing my whole attire, so I just keep the bottom half on. I just cover up my shirt with something. Yeah, I still have my tattoo hanging out, but it's all fun and stuff. Like, it's not supposed to be like, oh, we know who you are, blah blah blah. We just do it to have fun, you know. I've played practically every single character in BPW, superstar I should say, besides, you know, Big T, Drew, and all the other guys that you've seen. I've played Shadow, Doom, Blob. Those were my two creations. Paul created Shadow. He and I switched between Shadow. If he has to face Shadow, I will be Shadow. If I have to face Shadow, he will be Shadow. We did that because we're like the same height, so it worked out. So it wasn't like Drew had to play Shadow or Tyler had to play Shadow. You know, it worked out, and it was great, really. So Paul has played the majority of characters. He's played Frost, Crimson Death, and a whole bunch of people. It's crazy. I'm gonna let him tell you the rest about Clown Prince and Dark Savior and all that. Same with Big T, Drew. I'm gonna let them talk about their characters. But now let's go behind the scenes of planning. What do we do when we plan? We usually will either call over the phone or we will meet up and we'll sit down and say, okay, this event's coming up. We go from last show or whatever is happening. So it's like, you've been having a rivalry with whoever it may be. So let's go to when it was me and Drew, our big rivalry that we had. So we talk with Big T, Paul, and Drew himself, and we would say, okay, so you guys have been having a rivalry. So what's going to happen is, how many wins did he have? Okay, how many wins did you have? Okay, and then we would go, so now you're going to fight for this. You guys are going to fight, and it's going to be this long. You guys are going to do this, and then I will give you the signal when you hit the finisher, and then a 1, 2, 3. So then that would happen, and whoever would win. We would say, okay, we want you to win. So then next week when we have the continued rivalry, you will get attacked or something will happen, you know, something like that. And then with title matches, it'd be like, okay, what title have you not had yet? So then you can win that. And then of course the higher superstars in the company would go for the higher titles, as Blob, Doom, Frost, Crimson Death. They would go for the lower titles. So with Drew, it would be, what title have you not won yet? And he would just say like the World Heavyweight or the X Factor or something like that. He has been the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion here. We thought, you know, let's just have him. Let's just have something so in the future we can try to have another superstar beat his record or something like that. So then I said, okay, you're going to lose this, but I'm going to switch off with you so you lose that, but you gain this, and then in like a few months or so you will get that back and you will try to beat your own record. That hasn't happened yet. I want it to, but it hasn't happened yet. I'm going to talk with everyone, see what we can do about that. I am a tag team with Big T. Since Dark Savior has moved, he hasn't been able to come down as often, so I needed a tag team partner for the tag team match that we were going to have at the pay-per-view, which will probably be at Wrestle Glory 4. So I'm just like, okay, I need a partner, and then Tyler's like, hey, I want to get a title, you know, I haven't been showing out much, so I want to get like a big hit when I come back, so like I want to win something so I can start coming on more often. I'm like, okay, good, that works out, because I need a tag team partner, and you want to get a title. So that's when we made the video when I came out and I introduced Tyler as my tag team partner. So that worked out great. So that's how we really plan it. We plan it on the future and in the past, on what has happened and what we want to happen. Scripting wise, it's the same way. We just write out everything that we do. For camera, we usually use my video camera. And then sometimes for skits or something, we'll use my phone. And then we'll edit it and just put it on YouTube. So it's simple. We always record on the weekends, because that's everyone's free day. I'm hoping if the weather is good, don't quote me on this, but if the weather is good, I want to try to have a few moments of recording to put on YouTube in the next 2 weeks. Don't hold me on it, but that's what I'm going to try to do. Because so far it's just been raining and it's been pretty warm out, so I'm going to see what I can do to see if I can get Tyler or maybe Drew or someone down to the yard and we can do an interview, and from then on we can start doing teasers for Wrestle Glory 4. Because I like having little teasers, I like having interviews for Wrestle Glory 4. It's just a bunch of fun. So with that said, that is a little behind the scenes of BPW. I will show you this. So you know how we come down from the stairs, which we don't do anymore. But this right here is where the superstars will stay before their music hits. This right here is the staircase, as you can see, and then they would just walk right out to the yard. But yeah, usually we will have a cameraman out there or down there, and then we will just be chilling here. Then when our music hits, when we want to go out, we will just go right out here. So it's like a little doorway. It looks really nice, and then we will just walk out here and boom, camera. So this is like our little prep area to like get ready, think about, okay, let's do this, etc. So when we do maybe record in the next 2 weeks, I will do some more behind the scenes in the yard. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to try to do updates more often, but follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook because I post there before I record a video. It's just easier for me. So with that said, I will let you guys go and I'll catch you in the next video.